This right here is the Predator XB3, and honestly, I'm excited for this video because this is probably my favorite monitor that's on the market at the moment. Let me tell you why. It has an ultra-fast 240Hz screen, it's set on a fantastic IPS display, and it's G-Sync compatible. And the best part about it is that it's actually really affordable. This one comes in at less than £400. So the Predator XB3, let's get into the video. Okay, so technically what I have here is the Predator XB3 3QGX monitor. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, then fair enough. But this is one of the models that boasts that gloriously high refresh rate of 240Hz, which I just love. Listen, against a 144Hz screen, it's not going to be a crazy difference for you, but oh my god, it really does help, and trust me, I need all the help I can get. Also, at the next ACER press conference this June, they announced another 4 gaming monitors to the XB3 lineup, again with screens of up to 240Hz, so whether you're into competitive gaming or you just love a buttery smooth gameplay, then keep an eye out for these. They're due to drop sometime soon, I want to say September. They also have resolutions of up to 4K, and they have some very snazzy RGB lighting at the bottom, which I'm very excited to see. So let's get back to our monitor, and let's start off with the design of it. So this one is 24.5 inches, it has a zero frame design, so that's great if you have extra monitors. It stands about 2 feet tall, and it has this really nice metal prong base that doesn't really get in the way of if you have keyboards, if you like to have your keyboard quite close, etc. On the back, it has this really nice brushed metal design, and that's where you're going to find the speakers as well. Now the important part, the specs. So this one right here has a 240Hz refresh rate with a 0.5 millisecond gray-to-gray response time and FreeSync and G-Sync compatibility, all in all to give you a super responsive, sharp and tear-free game, which is great for if you're playing first-person shooters, and especially so if you participate in esports. Now, all of this is on an IPS panel, and you know what, 240Hz screens have been around for some time, however, always usually on TN panels, and that was the great thing about TN panels, that they had high refresh rates. However, their downfall was the color reproduction and viewing angles. If you've ever seen one side by side with an IPS, then you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. But now, however, we have those same high refresh rates on IPS panels that also boast fantastic viewing angles of 178 degrees, both horizontally and vertically, and great color reproduction. This one here with a 99% coverage of the sRGB color gamut. And honestly, I think it's a real game changer. This monitor is also VESA certified HDR 400, which means it has a brightness of 400 nits, which is plenty. I've not used this past maybe 50%, maybe at a push, and that was enough. And I say this because HDR 1000 is something that's thrown around a lot with monitors, and sure, it's probably nice to have, but having a brightness of 1000 nits, I'm never going to use that, I don't need that. And having a HDR 1000 label on it also puts a fairly heftier price tag on it, which is also something that I don't need. So the fact that it's HDR 400, yes, I really like that. So the resolution for this particular monitor is 1080p. Now, there is also a 4K variant available with a screen of 144Hz, so it seems like that's the toss-up there. It's for you to decide, depending on what you want out of a monitor and what type of games you play. Are you into AAA games that you want to see on a 4K resolution, and that's the most important thing to you? Or are you into esports, and do you need a panel with a really high refresh rate that can keep up with you? Interestingly, out of the new XB3s that were announced, the ones I was talking about earlier that are set to release soon, there is one particular XB3 monitor that has a 1440p resolution and a 240Hz refresh rate. So that sits right in the middle. If you can't decide between the high refresh rate and the high resolution, boom, that's your guy. I think that's going to be a sweet spot for some people. So what else? You can control the OSD via buttons and a joystick found on the back of the monitor, and there are some nifty little features in there. One of them is dark boost, so you can lighten the black colors in low light gameplay environments to give you better visibility. There is also a few different options for blue light shields, and you can also add a crosshair to your games. There are a variety of picture and color settings, trust me, and you can save these settings as a game mode. So that means whenever you click on this game mode, then it will automatically calibrate your monitor so you don't have to change them, and you can choose up to 3 different modes, which is really good. So in terms of ports, we have 2 HDMI ports, we have a regular display port. At the back, we have 2 USB 3.0s, and then we have an additional 2 USB 3.0s around the side, one of which is available for offline charging, and something that's not a port but is really cool to see, a little headphone stand at the back of the monitor, which is really cool, and a little cable tie D in the back here. So this monitor is currently on the UK Acer store, retailing at £349, which is a great price for it. Listen, I feel like this monitor was made with people in mind because it maxes out performance, outperforming the cheaper monitors by a hot mile, while saving on price by leaving out added extras like HDR1000, G-Sync Ultimate, crazy tooling in the build, because obviously those things are like nice to have, but when the price point is a critical feature for you, like it is for most of us, then it's really not that important. And that's really what I like about the XB3. In conclusion, if you're looking for a beautiful IPS display with a fantastic gaming performance at 240 Hz that is at a fair price point, then I can't recommend this enough. Honestly, I love it. Anyway, that's all from me and the XB3. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you have the XB3 and if you're excited to see the new ones that are coming out, because I am. I want to see those RGB lights. Okay, that's all from me. See you next time. Bye-bye.